Patrick at Pals. I'm sitting back at the table, and I want to talk to you folks today about diesel oil changes and about products that we use to keep your diesel running well. Diesels that are made today have a filter on it. It's called a diesel particulate filter. Now, that filter is designed to filter the soot that comes out of the diesel as it ignites. Okay, so all the black smoke you used to see was because they didn't have a diesel particulate filter on the vehicle. So it used to be a sign of strength that you were really working the engine when you'd see a lot of black smoke. Now you never see any black smoke because of the diesel particulate filter. But that presents its own set of problems because soot builds up into that filter, and sometimes it can clog up there's a heater on it that superheats the soot and burns it off and turns it to ash, and the ash goes into the filter. Well, sometimes the soot builds up on the heater and it kills the heater, and when that happens, you have to replace the heater and the filter. Now, sometimes the filter gets clogged completely filled up, and you can't burn it off anymore, and then you have to redo the filter. Now, in most cases, your truck or car or tractor has a regeneration process, and the regeneration process is when the filter gets 80% clogged or filled, that it will start a regeneration, and that regeneration will burn the soot or the ash out of the filter, and it'll take it down to approximately 40%, and then it'll shut off. Now, the idea is that you don't want the soot to build up on the heater, because if the soot builds up on the heater can't heat through it, and it can't do the regeneration process properly. That's where these products come in, okay? First product I want to talk about is the diesel conditioning fluid. This goes into the crankcase, okay? And what this does is it cleans the soot out of the crankcase, the buildup, okay? The soot is what turns your oil black. So this product, you put it into the crankcase, you run the truck for about 20-25 minutes, and then you drain the oil, okay? The second part of this process is you want to use an oil like Shear Power. The reason we've got Shear Power is because it has the ability to keep the soot at a minimum inside your crankcase, okay? So this is a very important thing. A lot of diesel oils, it's like any engine oil. They're not all the same. They all do different things, right? This one will keep your engine clean. It'll keep the soot out of it. It's better than Rotella. It's better than the Ford oil for keeping the soot out. Now, the Ford oil, which we sell, and the Rotella, which we sell, all have their uses. They all do different things well. But in order to keep your DPF running properly, you really need to use an oil like Shear Power, okay? The last thing I want to talk about is Fuel System Performance Restoration by BG. And what this does is you put this in the fuel tank, cleans the fuel injectors, keeps the fuel system clean. That also eliminates soot. All three of these products combined will keep your DPF going well. Now, as we've talked about on other videos, if you've neglected your vehicle, it's going to be too late to use these. When the check engine light comes on for the DPF, it's too late for these to help you. These are for maintenance. You want to use these every other oil change. And if you bring your truck to Pals, we'll make sure that it gets done every other oil change. If you've got a diesel, bring it to Pals. See you soon.